I'd like to welcome everyone to the Board of Health meeting. It is Monday, December 9th at 6 p.m. We'll roll call in. Stephanie Granger here. Michelle,
Here.
Joanne,
Here.
I can't see you all. Megan
Here.
and Stefan.
Here.
And
we'll
where are
welcome
you,
Stefan.
Stephanie?
I am in San Diego,
Want to swap places?
taking advantage of some sunshine while I can.
And the sun is still out in California.
Right.
It was
It does get
confusing
dark
me in the
here.
beginning.
It does get dark here close to 5 o'clock, but
Since it's not 6 o'clock there.
yes. Okay, so we'll begin with open forum.
Doesn't look like we have anyone. It's just Jeff, I'm assuming for the septic. So we don't have anyone right now.
Then we can go to the review of our minutes. We want to take a look at October 7th. Does anyone have any comments? I have to find it.
They look good to me.
I just had a comment on page 2 under the Jeffrey Hannaford Norse design in the first sentence. It says Dick and Graham introduced the project and Hannaford to provide a more detailed overview. And asked Hannaford?
Maybe put Jeff Hannaford of Norse Design introduced, or a period.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think we need something there because it just doesn't make sense. And asked Hannaford of Norse Design to provide a more detailed overview.
You could put a period after project. Introduce the project period. Jeff Hannaford, Norse Designs provided a more detailed overview.
Sure, that sounds good.
You know, sometimes when you read it and you know all the play is, it makes sense to you, but you got to read it like you don't know.
Right. Okay, so I'll make a motion to, does anybody else have any other comments on the minutes from October 7th? Then I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept them with the amendment in that sentence on Jeffrey Hannaford Norse Designs to state Dick and Graham introduced the project, period. Jeff Hannaford Norse Design provided a more detailed overview. All in favor? Or
Second.
Is there a second? Thank you.
I think we should let Stefan do the second.
Oh, yeah.
He can do the next one. We'll have him do the next one. So seconded by Joanne.
I'll second.
All in favor. Stephanie, aye. Megan.
Aye, sorry.
No problem. Joanne.
Aye.
Michelle.
Aye.
And Stefan.
Can you hear me actually? Because I had pulled
Yes.
up the minutes and I've lost all my screens. So I just wanted to make sure. Yes,
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you and we can see you.
Okay. I knew you could see me, but I could only see the person talking and I had lost my Zoom screen under all of these documents now. So, okay. Aye though.
Okay. So that motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right. Next, let's look at the,
There we go. That's
with the amendment. The November. Trying to pull them up on my phone, okay, or my screen. Okay. Did anyone have any comments on these?
Mike.
Joanne?
I think my only comment was about the interview. It was, I mean, I know what happened, so you really had to read it to follow along. But maybe there should be just a sentence or two that says that we actually ask questions, because it kind of goes from the top where they were asked a series of questions, then Tom Clay dropped. Then it looks like when he came back on, we went straight to the vote. Is that
Does
what
it
we
actually
did, or
say
did we
he came
ask
back
more
on?
questions
No, I think we went straight to the vote then
at
while
that
we had
point?
him.
Okay, all right,
But does it say he came back?
yes. And then it said we
Okay.
resumed.
Okay.
But then
I don't know. Does anybody else remember otherwise? Stefan, maybe you were the.
you're on mute.
I thought we voted as soon as we got him back online because we were worried
Okay.
about how,
Losing him again?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine then. I just wasn't sure. It sort of was like he came back and there was a motion. So just wanted to be sure. That's fine.
The only other thing I noted was that there's a spelling error at the front of the minutes under the ARPA request, the last sentence. It says the program instead of program. So that was the only thing I noted. Are you fine then, Michelle, with the way the other part is written?
Sounds good to me.
I'm sorry, not Michelle. But Joanne.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
was, because it was, there was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on, yes. Okay, so if we're okay with that, then again, the only thing I had noticed otherwise was the spelling mistake of program. Anybody have anything else? Anybody want to make a motion to accept the minutes with a change to the spelling of program?
I will
Oh.
second them.
Well,
Or
first we need the motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from last month.
Can I
Okay, I'll
interject?
accept.
Maybe
Yeah,
this, because it's the minutes
about
include,
Stefan, it's not better.
Then can I not second it either? Just wait for the future things. Sounds good to me. Getting ahead of myself.
I'll make the
It's my-
motion.
it's my parliamentarian coming in.
Okay, Michelle makes the motion. Is there a second then?
I'll second.
Motion seconded by Megan. All in favor, Stephanie Granger, aye. Megan,
Aye.
Joanne,
Aye.
Michelle,
Aye.
and Stefan, you can either abstain or,
I abstain.
okay. The motion passes with the 4 and Stefan abstaining. Thank you. Okay.
Nobody noticed
Now-
my name was spelled wrong.
Oh,
Just fixed it.
no.
I had one N and two E's. A new name.
Okay, so we're just 2 minutes ahead. We can probably go ahead and, oh no, we're not. We're 5 minutes ahead. But maybe we can go ahead and move to our 6:15 agenda item, the variance request for a tight tank at 113 Dunstable Road.
It looks like Jeffrey's on board.
Yep.
Yeah, if Jeff is here and maybe we can elevate him so we can see him.
Yep. Just give us a second. There we go.
Welcome, Jeff. Is your camera, can you turn there we are.
There we are. Can you hear
Welcome.
me?
Nice to thank you for joining us. And if you want to, well, Abby, do you want to tell us about this first?
Yeah. Yep. So this is a variance request for a tight tank at 113 Dunstable Road. There's also a variance to their on-site well. This is, not unfamiliar to all of us at this point. This is a by long sought for pond, close proximity to a private well, and a neighbor's abutting well. It is a seasonal property as well. I can try to pull up the plan too. Okay, I don't know here, share content. Okay. Oop. All right, can you see the plan?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, so I don't know, Jeff, if you'd like to take it from here, but here's the plan. Let me know if anyone needs me to zoom in.
Okay. Jeff Hannaford representing the applicant for tight tank at 113 Dunstable Road. As Abby mentioned, the proximity to well is what's creating the issue here, preventing a conventional type septic system. It's a small lot, approximately 8,000 square foot lot on lawn sought for. It's a 50-foot wide lot, and it varies in length depending on which side you're on, approximately 150 feet in length to the pond. The well's in the front. It's approximately 57 feet from the well to the front of the house. So basically the 50-foot protective zone eats up all of the front yard. The topography is such that it drops off significantly from the front of the house down to the water. So it's very low in the back. It's a walkout type of situation on the dwelling. And there is not only very little room, but it's so low that there's no doubt a high water table to the rear and virtually no access to the rear of the house for any equipment. So we had no choice but to utilize the front yard, but because of the wells there, it put us into a situation to propose a tight tank. And I should note that the current owners are siblings that received the ownership from their parents. So they're second generation here. The siblings all use it, but only seasonally and primarily just weekends. So when I explained the situation of the well and said that they're really only looking at a tight tank, they didn't have much of a problem with that because of the limited use. So the existing septic system right now is in the same location as the tank. It's a cesspool type situation. So that'll be pumped and removed, and installing the tight tank in the front of the dwelling as shown, as far as from the well as we could get it. It's approximately 42 feet from the well. Title V does require 50 feet, so we are close, but it is a tight tank and it'll be sealed and made watertight. And that the tank will be about 60 feet from the pond and about 75 feet from the neighbor's well. So it meets the offset to the neighbor's well, and it also meets the offset to the pond in that location.
Thank you, Jeff. Does anyone have any questions about this? And I can't see anyone, so if you do, please speak up.
So of course I do.
Thanks, Joanne.
Is there a driveway, Jeff? I don't see one.
No, actually the front is lawn area and they just park on the lawn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They know where the well is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually it's marked with a like a stone marker. So it is buried just below the surface, so they can't damage it by driving in. But yeah, it is just all open lawn, and depending on how many family members show up that particular weekend, they find a place to park.
Will the septic then be protected as well?
Well, it does start to drop down in grade. So there's, as you can see to the left of the tank, there's a retaining wall there. So there wouldn't be a chance of anybody trying to drive and park that close.
Okay.
There's a tree there to your right. That's pretty much the limit that would be safe to pull in and park and be able to get out because of the slope.
I would
Okay.
just make sure during construction, because if you're gonna have to remove, because you're not gonna just crush and abandon in place, right? You're gonna take that cesspool out?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, just make sure, obviously, everything's well marked for large, heavy equipment, that they don't damage the well.
Yep.
Has it been tested lately?
Pardon me?
Has it been, oh, never mind, it's down, it's up gradient, never mind. I was thinking testing the well, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Anybody else with questions? Well, is there anybody want to make a motion on this?
Can I
ask
just,
a quick question? Is this
Yes,
a
Stefan.
different one? Like, so I had sat in on a couple before I came on the board, and there was one that we were talking about with a tight tank with a different option that the owners had pulled their request for it. Is this a different
Yeah,
property?
that's a different address.
Okay, because okay, I thought they were the same ones for a second, but then the other one was selling, and this one is the siblings. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry for my confusion on that.
No, that's okay.
can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
We have the tight tank in the deed restriction in the packet too.
Yeah.
They're well aware that there'll be a deed restriction on the property for bedrooms, etc.
yes. As a matter of fact, I had sent that form to them. They've had it filled out, notarized, and they just sent it back to me. That I got in the mail over the weekend. So we'll be recording that for them very shortly.
Okay.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments? Abby, did you guys have a recommendation for us?
Yeah, I recommend that the board approves the 2 variance requests. I think, proximity to the well, the wetland, the neighbor's well, I think for a seasonal property, it's the best right now that is possible at the site.
Okay, and the 2 are the ones that are listed.
Yep, right here.
Okay, 5.310 CMR 15.4. Okay.
Geez, I'm sorry, Stephanie, that it's so hard to see with all that sunshine.
I'm soaking it in while I can.
Somebody here in the dark could help you out with that.
Okay, well, does anybody want to make a motion on this then?
I'll attempt it if nobody else wants to,
Thanks, Joanne.
because I'm gonna have to make it up as I go. Usually it's written out. Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve the use of a tight tank at 113 Dunstable Road. Also, to approve the distance from the tank to the well on the property under sections 310 CMR 15.260 and 310 CMR 15.405 of the State Environmental Code.
I think it's 404.
Says
Or-
405 on here.
Oh,
Yep.
Is that wrong?
5 it should be.
Okay.
it should be 5?
Yeah.
Okay, on my agenda it says 4. So,
Yeah.
okay, good job, Michelle. Or
in-
Joanne, I'm sorry.
Including the deed restriction to the number of bedrooms and the seasonal use of the home.
Is it restricted for seasonal use?
That's what it says on
Deed.
the
Yep, the
deed
deed restriction will restrict it to seasonal.
Okay. I missed that. Thank you. Okay, motion made. Is there any comment?
Do we have to
No.
specify how many bedrooms, or does that not matter in the motion?
Yeah, it's restricted to 2.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a second then?
I'll second the motion.
Stefan second, so
You did
welcome,
it.
Stefan. Motion made and seconded. All in favor. Stephanie, yes. Joanne,
Yes.
Stefan,
Yes.
Michelle,
Yes.
and Megan.
Yes.
Great. That motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us and
Thank you very much.
presenting that.
Thank you, and welcome aboard, Stefan.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, Jeff.
So I think that concludes our agenda for the evening.
Yes.
And we
Wow.
will have more on the agenda come July or January. Oh my goodness, I must be in California. My brain just like,
It's all that sunshine. You got to stop it. It's eating the brain cells.
would anybody like to make a motion to adjourn? And thanks, Abby. Good job for doing it,
Thank you.
for running the meeting. Michelle
I'll
makes
make
the
the
motion.
motion to adjourn.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Stefan seconds. Thank you. All in favor. Stephanie, yes. Joanne,
Yes.
Megan,
Yes.
Stefan,
Yes.
and Michelle.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.
Wow,
Thank
that
you,
was the
guys.
quickest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Don't
fastest,
get
I
used
think,
to
ever.
that,
Yeah.
Stefan. No.
I was getting used to the ones that go a half hour early or over, not a half hour early.
This is how
Yeah,
I was out one of my meetings. My assistant, like Abby, ran it, and it was the same thing. It was like 45 minutes, and I'm like, how come my meetings are 2 hours?
Can
What am I doing wrong?
Can I ask a question, actually? I had noticed in,
Stop recording.
oh, have we stopped recording? Can
No,
we?
we're still recording.
So you can stop recording. The meeting's over, and then you can ask the question.
Okay, I think I have to end the webinar though. That's the only thing.
Okay, that's okay. I will text Stephanie my question.
sure.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.